actually belongs to the father. Sounds wild, right? But this is one of those science facts that surprises almost everyone. From the moment the egg and sperm meet, all the genetic material that forms the placenta comes from the father's sperm. In other words, the placenta carries dad's DNA signature, not mom's. That's why mom's body sees the placenta as foreign, yet still protects and nourishes it in a very special way, because the placenta acts like a translator between mom and dad through the baby. The placenta controls everything: oxygen, nutrients, filtering toxins, and guarding the baby 24/7. And the coolest part, this entire life support system is activated by the DNA the baby inherits from dad. So yes, a father doesn't just contribute one sperm. He builds the entire nutrition factory for his baby.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Bakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, teaching this word in truth, sincerity. To you, ribs. To you, sisters out there learning silence, staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom. Right, as you saw in that video, science basically proves that, the father is a life form that brings forth a child, right? The mother's the one that nourishes it. And that's why in scriptures it talks about the seed, and it referring to trees as nations being referred to as trees, right? When you get a seed, right, it gets planted to the ground and brings forth a tree, which brings forth fruit for more trees, right? And that's the sperm, right? The analogy, right? And that's why Yahweh Shai made it simple upon tablets, right? So we could understand it. It's real simple. Esau, takes what the scriptures say and turns it backwards till he can't no more, right? This is why, even the word science means to know. And a lot of things that are in the scriptures have been proven to be, so-called scientific, but, the Lord had put this in here thousands of years ago, and Esau wants to claim it for his own. But anyway, this is the way where our people, right, back in the days, declared, their nationality and their so-called nationality, and how one attributes to a tribe. This is Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And it reads, "And they, being the Israelites, assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names." Right, so that's how they established, what tribe you was in. They asked you who your father was. Another example is when you go to Matthew 1, a genealogy of Hamashiach Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says the book of generations, right? In generations, it goes into lineage, bloodlines, right? Of Hamashiach Yahushai, the son of David. You see, when it goes into son of David, that's Mary's husband. So when we go to son, it didn't say stepson. This is Greek for so like a G5207.
Strong's G5207. We us.
Right? And I want to go to the word be, right? The definition be, generally used of the offspring of men, right? That's his offspring, right? It's that simple. All right. So the book of generations of Hamashiach Yahushai, the son of David, the son of Abraham. It says Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren, and Judas begat Phares and Zerah of Tamar. and so on and so forth, right? It goes all the way down. And Jacob begat Joseph, right? So this lineage from the top, from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, goes back to Jacob again, who begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, right? Of whom was born Hamashiach Yahushai, right? It's that simple. Right, so that's what it means, man. When a man plants a seed, right, and all this science is, foolishness, anyways. See, I got this one here, 1 Corinthians 3:19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Hamashiach Yahushai. Right, so like a Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Right, so he maketh that his tongue shall fall upon himself, to where, he can't nay or say anything that the Lord puts out. He could try to make lies up, but at the end of the day, the Lord's always proven true. This is Psalm 64 and verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. Right, all the lies and all the twisting of, the scriptures and life, and talking about the Big Bang Theory and things of that nature are all going to be proven to be wrong, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai to be right. It's that simple. Yeah, but I think it's a kick, right? Because you see little videos like this, and they're telling you something that you already know, but also just confirms what we know, and we don't cherry pick sciences to make us feel good, man. We just know the truth, and that's that. And science cannot naysay it. You know what I mean? So there's no running from that. This is another one of my favorites. This is Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Right? There's only so much you could contain in a box, right? And picture, something in that box that eventually is gonna burst right through, man. You can't contain, the truth too long. It's gonna be exposed, right? What you do in the dark shall be, shown in the light, right? There's a lot of similitudes to that too in the scriptures, where it says, a light that is lit cannot be hidden, right? Wherever that light is, it shines against the darkness. So no matter, even if you could hide it, it's still lit, and it's always pushing up against darkness. But anyways, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'Kah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching the spirit of truth, sincerity. To you, ribs. To you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.